In today's video, we are looking into Tanjiro's powers and abilities from the Demon Slayer series. With Season 2 just around the corner, we are going to start looking into the powers and abilities of the amazing characters the series has to offer, starting with the protagonist himself, and he certainly has quite a bit to cover. Now, if you do enjoy this video, make sure to smash the like button and share this video with a fellow fan of the series. As this is a brand new series I'm covering on the channel, let's see if we can hit 1,000 likes on this video so it lets me know you enjoyed it and that you want more, plus it really helps the channel out, honestly. For more Demon Slayer videos just like this one, make sure to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you do not miss future Demon Slayer content. Quick warning that there will be spoilers, as I will be taking all information from both the anime and the manga, so just a heads up. Anyway, with that being said, grab yourself a beverage, let's roll intro and get straight into the video. Tanjiro Kamado from the very beginning showed to us that he had a talent with the sword and had natural ability in combat. From the get-go, he managed to catch the experienced Giyu, one of the strongest demon slayers, and a Hashira off guard, nearly landing a fatal blow on him because of his heightened emotions and drive during their bout. Now, you could describe Tanjiro as some sort of superhuman or a machine, as he just ticked the boxes in all categories: swordsmanship, reflexes, intellect, heightened senses, an unwavering will to keep moving forward. You name it, and Tanjiro has it. Okay, so in breaking up Tanjiro's powers and abilities, let's start with his enhanced sense of smell. Way before becoming a demon slayer himself, Tanjiro had this insane and extremely strong sense of smell that allows him to accurately track a target's location off of even the most minute sense. His sense of smell is that great that he was able to smell the opening thread on his enemy. Now, the opening thread is the slight moment in an enemy's movements that gives you the opening in which to deliver a fatal strike. Tanjiro can also sense and recognize things outside of a normal person's perceptions, such as the intentions, feelings, and thoughts of another person. Not just people, in fact, but also that of animals and other creatures. His sense of smell evolved even further to the point where he could predict movements and intentions of others before they even occurred. Tanjiro had said that the smell of the future was much different and faster compared to that of the opening thread smell. With this evolved ability, Tanjiro's reflexes and movements were on par with that of a Hashira. And that's the crazy thing about Tanjiro, not only his natural talent, but his rapid speed of growth. Now, his strength in his arms and legs dramatically increased after his early training on Sagiri Mountain. This training also helped with his stamina and endurance due to the very little oxygen that was further up the mountain. Tanjiro, like mentioned, was already a natural in terms of his speed, reflexes, stamina, and endurance before becoming a demon slayer, and they were all enhanced after the previously mentioned mountain training, but still, they improved further after learning total concentration breathing. After 2 months of total concentration breathing training at the Butterfly Mansion, Tanjiro had mastered total concentration constant, allowing him to apply himself physically 24/7. His speed and reflexes matched the lower ranks of the 12 Kizuki, and if his emotions came into the equation, he could move even faster, as we saw in his battle against Daki Upper Moon 6. Going even further beyond that, Tanjiro learned repetitive action from Genya Shinazagawa. By repeating preset movements or drawing upon intense feelings, it allows a person to achieve the same effects as total concentration breathing, as they open their 5 senses and draw out the full potential of their own physical power. His strength and determination to not only improve but to also engage in battle against the strongest enemies is a testament to the extraordinary willpower of this guy. Tanjiro has been through a lot. The death of his family played a huge role in his unshakable will. Even in the hardest of times, the visions of his family urging him to keep fighting, to keep protecting Nezuko, sharpens the burning desire within Tanjiro to keep moving forward. This, for me, is arguably Tanjiro's greatest strength and what has won him a lot of his core battles. Though I guess you could argue with me and say that his skull is his greatest strength. Now, the power of Tanjiro's headbutts are completely nuts. Tanjiro's headbutts have the power to completely stun and knock out his opponents, and in some cases causes their heads to bleed upon impact, all while Tanjiro seems to be, perfectly fine.
How hard could it possibly be?
The power and durability of his headbutt even impressed the Hashira when Tanjiro managed to catch the Wind Hashira Saname off guard and temporarily stun him with a powerful headbutt. Tanjiro eventually awakens his Demon Slayer mark whilst fighting Upper Moon 6 Gyutaro. The Demon Slayer mark is a supernatural-like marking that appears on the body of a strong Demon Slayer. Once unlocked, the user gains numerous abilities that give them a greater advantage in battle, especially against that of demons. The downside to Tanjiro's Demon Slayer mark is that he can only use it for a short period of time due to the toll it takes on his own body, and that he can only enter his mark state on rare occasions. Now, Tanjiro's mark is a flame-like pattern that replaces the scar on his forehead. After the Hashira training arc, his scar is replaced by this flame-like mark. As well as his strength, speed, and reflexes gaining an increased buff, Tanjiro awakens and unlocks the Transparent World in his fight against Upper Moon 3 Akaza. Just as his father, Tanjiro is able to envisage and foresee his opponent's attacks by analyzing their blood flow, muscle and skeletal joint arrangement, as well as their organs. Tanjiro's intuition and evasion speeds are drastically increased whilst using this technique. To go with the Transparent World, Tanjiro also learned the ability Selfless State, in which he can completely erase his own presence and fighting spirit from the battlefield. In doing so, he was able to mask his killing intent, making him undetectable to Akaza, who had relied on his own senses to pick up on his opponent's fighting intentions. The Demon Slayer mark also enables its user to dye their Nichirin blade a deep red crimson color, giving their swords the ability to hinder a demon's regeneration. Before he received his own mark, Tanjiro could only achieve this through the help of Nezuko's blood demon art that lit his sword on fire, but awakened his own ability to accomplish this during his near-death experience in his second fight against Muzan. On the topic of his sword, Tanjiro wields a standard-sized Nichirin katana that is deep black in color and has the word destroy engraved into it. His original hilt looked like that of a black wheel, but later swapped it out for the hilt used by Rengoku, which is shaped like that of a flame. So moving on to sword skills, Tanjiro has always had a lot of potential to be a master swordsman. His movement is fantastic, combining his athletic ability with his intellect to take down many a foe. The theme with Tanjiro is growth. Rapid growth, and his sword skills are no joke either. After intense training in the swordsmith village, Tanjiro's sword skills were said to be a match for the Hashira themselves, and we would go on to see this in the final battle with Muzan. So in terms of breathing styles, Tanjiro was taught water breathing by Urokodaki, the water Hashira prior to Giyu. Tanjiro would later of course go on to switch his breathing style to the Hinokami Kagura, but water breathing was his initial breathing style before that, and he did become very skilled in using it. In fact, he was able to use 10 forms of water breathing. The first form, water surface slash, second form, water wheel, third form, flowing dance, fourth form, striking tide, fifth form, blessing rain after the drought, sixth form, whirlpool, seventh form, drop ripple thrust, eighth form, waterfall basin, ninth form, splashing water flow turbulent, and finally 10th form, constant flux. Later in his battle against Rui, Tanjiro awoke the Hinokami Kagura, also known as the Dance of the Fire God. At first, Tanjiro's body wasn't ready to handle the breathing style, but over time he began to improve and master this style. Now, I did do a video explaining the Hinokami Kagura. I'll leave a link to that video in the description below, so make sure you check that out to find out a lot more about it, and I guess it kind of works as a bit of a continuation on from this video. And that is it, Tanjiro's powers and abilities. Quite a lot to get through there, as he obviously has the protagonist power, but still very impressive to see what our boy is capable of. I think the main theme here was his rapid growth rate throughout the series. He has been a real fun character to follow through the story, and I'm looking forward to seeing how they adapt all this in the anime. Now, if you enjoyed this video, smash the like button and share this video with a fellow fan of the series. Remember, 1,000 likes and I'll continue to cover more Demon Slayer characters' powers and abilities. Also, make sure to let me know in the comment section below which character you'd like to see me cover their powers and abilities on next. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you do not miss the future Demon Slayer content that's on its way. As always, a huge shout out to Warwick, Animator22, Brian, Blake, Andrew, BS Tuna, Emmeline, Kivase, Chris, S-Tau-High, and Zintac for supporting me on Patreon. Don't forget to head on over there yourselves, check out the amazing rewards on offer now. But that is it from me. Till next time, my fellow weebs. Peace!